We have been discussing how the stablecoin race is formally underway for the past few months. Since about the end of 2022, when Ripple actually published an article titled "The Stablecoin Race is On," this has been a topic of constant discussion. Today, however, it is evident how much the US has been working to speed up this race. Additionally, there are a few other events occurring outside of the US that may cause the US to increase its pressure. For instance, Hong Kong. By 2026, they genuinely hope to be at the forefront of crypto. A 2-year plan to dominate the global crypto asset management market has been launched by Hong Kong. Additionally, officials affirmed that by August 1st, a stablecoin law will be in place. There are flashing bullish signals coming from the East. The crazy thing about this is that, as far as we know, Hong Kong is not the only country that has reportedly made significant efforts to enact crypto laws. For instance, many countries aspire to become centers of the cryptocurrency industry. They actually need to start the process of opening up the markets in order to accomplish this. Having distinct responsibilities and definitions for particular items, such as stable coinage, is the greatest method to open up markets. For instance, the Genius Act, the US's stablecoin law, is beginning to gain traction. It's encouraging to see that the United States is speeding up this process. This puts a lot of pressure on these other countries, though, which is why Hong Kong wants to take the lead here. The US will only accelerate as a result of this, which excites me greatly. We already know that August is the deadline for passing both the market structure bill and the stablecoin bill in its entirety, which we will discuss, but it's official, isn't it? You know, the regulatory race is beginning to heat up. We adore witnessing that. In addition, cryptocurrency is still being approved in the United States. We have the US Director of Federal Housing, for instance, over here. We will investigate the use of Bitcoin holdings in relation to mortgage eligibility. In actuality, this is a huge deal. All right, so there are many people who own enormous amounts of cryptocurrency, but are still rejected for, say, certain reasons like they aren't eligible. What's crazy about that is that these places would be eligible if they looked at cryptocurrency holdings. Therefore, it's really exciting to watch this. Additionally, I believe that this is a really positive indication that the US market is truly opening up to cryptocurrency. Paul Grewal, the chief legal officer at Coinbase, even said that cryptocurrency is probably nothing when it comes to mortgage security. This indicates that the United States is beginning to get more involved in cryptocurrency. In the past, cryptocurrency was taken much more seriously, but now it's beginning to gain traction. We already know how people have previously viewed cryptocurrency. Was the enemy, number one there for a while? But before meme coins, that is. Correct. Crypto was a joke of some kind. That's simply magic money from the internet, It's either this or that, yes. At this point, cryptocurrency is beginning to play a significant role in both the global and American financial systems. 1% or more of the M2 money supply. Large banks are adopting stablecoin. The major institutional players are beginning to join the cause. As a result, the major players now accept cryptocurrency. Additionally, the United States is beginning to take a slightly different stance on this. Even from the US Federal Housing Director to essentially approve the use of cryptocurrency assets to meet mortgage requirements. That is significant. Furthermore, we have the Vice President of Legal of Coinbase here as well. The fact that the Senate and House are giving this problem top priority and that members from both parties are cooperating to protect consumers, innovate, and create economic opportunities is encouraging to me. Indeed, this is a very exciting development as we are beginning to witness the United States truly step up and get things rolling. This portends very well for the future. Additionally, from Paul Grewal once more, we must enact laws governing market structure now, not tomorrow, not next week, and not in 10 years. Tomorrow, Coinbase's argument will be presented to the Senate by Ryan Van Grack. We are appreciative of the chance. And yes, pay attention, we must finish this. All right, the cryptocurrency market has been stagnant for far too long. All right, crypto was attacked under Gary Gensler and the Biden administration. It was enemy number one, as I mentioned. When we consider this, the market has changed drastically. Everything is different now. Crypto is being widely adopted, and now is the moment to finish all of this. For crypto, we need certainty. Additionally, The Federal Reserve relaxes regulations on cryptocurrency banking by formally ending its oversight of reputational risk. This is a very positive indication that large banks are currently attempting to obtain cryptocurrency in one form or another. We are aware that stablecoins have always been popular with banks at the moment, particularly as compared to when Bank of America first started this year. Morgan Stanley, previously known as JP Morgan, Citi Deutsche Bank stablecoins are now being heavily considered by giants and other large institutional players, which is precisely why the market is starting to open up for the major banks to use cryptocurrency. This is a clear indication of it. Furthermore, we have here that Senate Banking is developing concepts for its version of a bill on crypto market structure, which will be the subject of the subcommittee hearing headed by Senator Loomis next week. Tim Scott informed me yesterday that, most likely after the discussion draft is released, he hopes to have a full committee hearing within the next month. So, yes, we did have this meeting at 3 p.m. today, so earlier today we did start to see some movement on this. Bipartisan legislative frameworks for the structure of the digital asset market were being investigated. Additionally, we have the witnesses over here. In addition to Coinbase and Multicoin Capital, we also have the University of Pennsylvania Wharton School, which is precisely what Ryan was discussing over here. We enjoy seeing him participate in these intense conversations. Additionally, in preparation for tomorrow's subcommittee hearing on the subject, the banking GOP hopes to release principles or an outline of the fundamental concepts and ideals of its market structure bill later today or tomorrow. Therefore, this is undoubtedly a huge issue since it will have a significant impact on the market and we must concentrate on legislative actions. I've discussed it, correct? Having regulations truly opens up all of the possibilities. I do believe that Wall Street, TradFi, and the major companies will flood the cryptocurrency market. The market will also expand in terms of providing traditional bank accounts with services like Yield and DeFi. Once regulations are put in place, the possibilities are virtually limitless. Speaking more specifically about this, you may be wondering why I would like to revisit April 2024. Subjective Opinions, a huge shout out to Subjective Opinions, who, incidentally, published a fantastic post about Stellar and Ripple. They were present for a roundtable conversation with Nellie Liang, the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Undersecretary for Domestic Finance. And they were discussing a few topics during this time. In the first place, they discussed the technical and legal prerequisites for modernizing the central bank currency's heritage features and the possible ramifications for investors, consumers, and companies. They also explored the long-term goals for incorporating stablecoins, tokenization, and CBDCs into the larger U.S. financial system, including possible advantages for resilience and economic growth. What do you think will happen in 2025? Players like Scott Bessant are now beginning to adopt stablecoins in a significant way. When we consider that, Ripple was present at this roundtable together with a few other major participants such as Stellar. Circle and, I believe, Chainlink were also present, but when we consider this, Ripple has been participating at every stage. Now, the reason I bring this up again is because of Nellie Liang, who was recently discussing a few topics, the stablecoin and market structure law in particular. As we already know, she has been involved in every stage of the process of integrating stablecoins into the U.S. financial system, including Ripple. So, get ready, people. I predict that a stablecoin and market structure bill will reach Trump's desk by August, and he has stated that he will sign it as soon as possible. Take a look at this. Maybe